Now, listen, you guys, Billboard is once again coming through with yet another list, and this time it is the greatest of all time in as far as female rappers are concerned. And at the same time, the Transformer is out here reacting to CEO Today's ranking of the richest female rappers. And we're also going to be talking about Hazel E and what she had to say about Beyonce's twins. And we're also going to be discussing about this entire situation with Cenat reacting to Rihanna sending him a message. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about this Billboard list. For those of you who have not seen it for the first time, it is basically, one that people are feeling like it's a little bit accurate because lately you do know that Billboard has been playing in as far as these lists are concerned. So, sitting at number one, we have Nicki Minaj. At number two, we have Missy Elliott, and we have Lauren at number three, Lil Kim at number four, and number five, we have Queen Latifah. Now, for the first time, I really have seen a lot of people, majority of the people are agreeing with this particular list. But just a side note, it was not based off of charts or anything like that. They're saying that, well, it's the Billboard staff's ranking. Once again, it's not based on charts or anything about anything related to that. And this is my issue with Billboard because at the end of the day, they will slap on the Billboard title when at the end of the day it's just the opinion of like a couple of individuals. It's not state best. But anyway, that being said, I as long as Nicki Minaj is sitting at number one, I'm happy with the list. Everything else that goes on up underneath the number one, I really couldn't care less. But anyway, I did see some people expressing that they felt like lately people have been coming through and criticizing Lauryn Hill, saying that, oh my God, it's just one album. I've been seeing comments of people feeling like she's overrated. And I'm just wondering where this narrative all of a sudden came from. Why are people all of a sudden seeming to have an issue with Lauryn Hill getting the flowers that she gets? The other group of people that I saw complaining as expected as usual are those people that felt like, why is Nicki Minaj on number one and Lil Kim on number four? And their logic basically is fashion based. They feel like Nicki's fashion was inspired by Lil Kim. If it comes to their actual rapping styles and everything like that, those two, in my own opinion, are just incomparable, in my own opinion. So I don't think that this fashion list was based off of who wore a pink wig first or who struck a pose opening their legs first. I really do think that it's about the music, it's about the impact. When the fashion awards or like when the fashion ranking list comes through, I will let you know. For this one, it's purely music. No shade. Let's see who else is there. Foxy Brown is sitting at number 10. I also did see some people complaining about that, feeling like Foxy doesn't get the flowers that she deserves. I mean, a lot of people do feel like they have constantly tried to erase her and her impact. And I also did see people complaining about the Transformer being ranked above Trina. People thought like, well, that's not it actually. And I'm pretty surprised to see Remy Ma on the list, if I'm going to be honest. I'm also surprised to see Dochi on the list, to be honest, because of what time. But then again, to be fair, some of the counterparts made it to the list. Glorilla made it to the list, so I guess, yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. In as far as lottery ticket, I really don't like her, but I do feel like she's been around for quite a long time, and I don't have an issue with her being on there. But anyway, that's pretty much the list that Billboard decided to put out there. But I just want to let you guys know something that I've been observing. One thing about these lists with Billboard, they do come in here. You see the first list that they released, they do know that you guys are going to eat it up because they ranked Nicki Minaj where she should be rightfully. I would not be surprised if in the coming few weeks they release yet another list. They will probably title it, "Oh my God, hottest female rapper in 2025" or best 2025 at the moment, that type of a list. And then on that list, they would disrespect Nicki Minaj. But because you guys have eaten up this list, they will then use the same logic to say the same Billboard put out a list a couple of weeks ago and you guys went with it. But now, because your favorite is not ranked on the top, now you want to criticize it. So I've been noticing that they move like this for quite a long time. Authentically is first, and then the disrespect follows. And when you try to contest the disrespect, they will use, the first list that they put out to say, but you agreed with our previous list. Yeah, so I don't know when it comes to Billboard. I just take everything with a grain of salt. But Nicki sitting on top in as far as the greatest female rappers of all times, list or no list, everybody, if they really truly want to be objective, everybody deep down in their hearts they know this. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Transformer. She's sitting at number 11. Yeah, it is what I really don't have anything to say about her on that list. Yeah, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're still going to talk about yet another ranking. This time it is the net worth ranking. Now, CEO today decided to release an article basically talking about the net worths of these female rappers. Obviously, sitting at number one, we have Nicki Minaj. Sitting at number two, there is the Transformer, whom they are now saying has got 101 million, in net worth. If I'm not mistaken. And yeah, none of the female rappers actually paid that list any attention. But of course, the Transformer, it was her time to shine because I think they ranked Nicki Minaj a little below 200 million. I don't know how accurate those figures are. But the Transformer decided to take that opportunity to let people know that she's going to be going on tour. And I guess a new aim now is to have the same net worth with Nicki Minaj. So one of her fan accounts posted and said, according to CEO today, Cardi B's net worth reached 101.6 million mark in 2025. The American rapper is the second richest female rapper of all time. And she came and said, and when that tour hits, and then with some money emojis, which led up to a conversation where people were like, okay, what's happening? Is she actually going to be going on tour? And there is rumor that is circulating on the tweets that, well, on the streets, I'm sorry, that, well, she might have signed a huge, massive deal. They are alleging that she might have signed a deal with Live Nation, and that's basically where she gets to get, a certain amount of money, regardless of how many tickets she gets to sell. That's what they are alleging, like the Drake type of deal. Yeah, let me know in the comment section how you feel about this tour. What venues really are they going to be booking? Are they going to be booking arenas? Are they going to be booking stadiums? Are they going to be booking community halls? Oh, I said halls. Are they going to be booking that? I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. That kind of makes sense because remember the other time that she was going back and forth with Joe Biden, she did bring up the Drake deal. So I could see her signing that deal. In as far as the ticket sales are concerned, I really don't think that she cares so much about it, and I do feel like it's one of her talking points that she's going to be using to say whether the tour sold or not. I don't care because I got paid. When it comes to her and anybody holding her accountable or saying you didn't do well, her last resort is always, well, I got paid, so I don't care. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Hazel E and Tasha K. Now, these ladies decided to talk about Beyonce and, of course, her twins. Hazel E is coming through with the narrative that people really just want Beyonce to show her children so that she can be an advocate if her children do have special needs or something like that. Or on the spectrum and all of these things. And she's trying to justify this by saying people just want a public person advocating for a cause like that. Now, personally, I don't know how I feel about that because we have already seen how people use a child having special needs or being on the spectrum against the parents as a drag. We have seen the internet do things like that. We've seen stan accounts use that as drags to each other. So deep down, I just feel like people don't even want that, advocacy. They just want to know people's business so that they can boldly now use that as a drag against those people, in my own opinion. If the lady does not want to show her children, she's not obligated to do that, okay? There are a lot of activists out there for the same cause. And yeah, I honestly don't get the logic, and I'm not with the logic that just because she's a public figure, she's obligated to expose her children to the world already as it is before confirmation of anything, before she has brought out say or any of these things. The fan accounts on Twitter are already using that as a drag. I mean, recently we saw a certain female rapper trying to, and her sister trying to use someone, a child being on like having, special needs or being on the spectrum as a drag. A public figure did that to another woman. So what's to say that the stands are not even going to do with? As it is right now, I've seen people dragging Beyonce using her children, yet nothing has been confirmed. Personally, I am saying, listen, mama, this is your life. These are your children. You're not obligated. People who act like they want to learn about, all of these and activists. No, 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 no. People just want to know your business. Keep your children protected as much as you can, because at the end of the day, the internet truly does not care. That is the nature of people. People have been desensitized to things that are off limits. So, yeah. Anyway, let me just insert what Hazel E and Tasha K had to say, and then I'll catch you guys after that.
But the fans just want Beyonce to come out and tell the truth about what's going on with her children and be an advocate for whatever issues might be.
So Kanye been out here wilding. Now they trying to say that he got his information on the twins from me. I said, leave me out of this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I heard, from a source that was close to the Carters what's going on with the twins, but like I ain't never really said nothing.
They've released a few photos, to be fair. Some photos have come out. Rumi did go to the Super Bowl. It's like I'm in the Beehive. I love Beehive. I love Beyonce. But based on like certain things that have come out, people are drawing conclusions about the twins. At a certain point, people thought the little boy was unalived, because they hadn't seen him in so long. There has been photos and things that come out, and people are drawing conclusions based upon recent appearances. Let's just keep it 100,
What are your conclusions?
I'm just saying, like, to be fair, like to be in social media world, and the things that I've read, the comments that I've read is more so something along the line that there's some things the twins might have some kind of like issue, but the fans just want Beyonce to come out and tell the truth about what's going on with her children and be an advocate for whatever said issues might be, whatever it is. They just want her to come out and be a voice for it versus like trying to hide them, lock them in a room, act like they don't exist no more. You know what I'm saying? So that seems to be more so the tone, like it's assumptions of what's going on, but the people just feel like they want her to keep it 100. Like, and if there is something wrong, look at Alexa Sky, for example. Just seen a video with her today talking about her child and having cerebral palsy and how she wasn't born with it, but it's something that happened and she can get better with it. And she is not hiding Lele from the world. She's bringing light to it and their journey and showing that her child can still have a life, even though she has, some issues or whatever, but she's not like ashamed of it. And people actually respect and love her for being honest about the journey of what she's going with her kid. I feel like because it's Beyonce or whatever, the world wants her to acknowledge what's going on and be a voice as opposed to, making it like a secret and a guessing game. it's just a weird time. People are making kids in labs now. People is putting this together and that together and making this and putting it back in and putting it in another person. And it's just a lot going on with science and having kids. And I just don't know if everything's coming out like 100 no more.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Does Hazel E make sense? And do you really think that the internet is a place where people demand certain things just for the sake of representation? Or it's just people will act like they're sympathizing with you today, but tomorrow it's going to be used against you as a gotcha moment? Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Kai Cenat. Kai is over the moon. In a recent stream, he reacted to Rihanna sending him a message. And one thing about Kai is his excitement is just so, I don't know, he's just lovable as a person, as a streamer. He's one of those people that he just spews this positivity that's just really, you cannot help but love him as a person. So apparently Rihanna sent him a message after seeing the good deeds that he was doing in as far as philanthropy and all of these things, and he was super excited about that. Speaking about Rihanna, Glorilla recently was out there talking about, manifesting the Fenty gig that she got, being an ambassador, and all of these things. And she had a couple of words to say about that, on the red carpet. So at the end of the video, I'm going to insert a snippet of what Cousin Sloth had to say, in as far as that is concerned, and in as far as asking for collaborations, from different women, including Rihanna herself. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. I post each and every single day, and I keep you updated. And my energy is a little bit low. It seems like my migraines are back now. I've noticed that when I've got a lot of pressure at work, this is what happens. I crash out. I work super hard, and sometimes I sleep like 2, 3, 4 hours a night, and then I just crash out like that. And until I get a shot, I'm not okay. So the low energy, really, the headache is getting better, but now I guess the whatever shots I got have got sedation effects. So that's why I sound like someone who has been medicated like that. So yeah, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and until my next one, see you.
How important is the sisterhood in this business? Because I know Rihanna especially, you are the face of all 4 of her brands. That sisterhood, how important is that support?
It's super important. Like, I love Rihanna. I love her for giving me the opportunity because I love her. I'm a big fan. I love Fenty, so it's super important to create the bonds.
So can we create a collab?
I hope so. I've been trying.
Is there anyone here tonight that you would like to chat with about a potential collab?
Doechii, Tyler. Yeah, I know them. I really want to collab with them too, though. I love both of them.
Well, you better get to work and go get those collabs started.
We're gonna get it happening.
Always good to see you, love. Congratulations. How